Guys, so thank you so much for clicking on this video, and today we're going to build something very cool. So to give you a demonstration of what we are going to build, so this is a Twitter clone that I have built. It's real simple. It basically takes in a post and you can type anything that you want. For the front end, I have integrated everything with Next.js, and I'm using Clerk as my authentication system. So to give you a demo, I'll just type in a post over here. So let's say hey, and it posts, and from my different account that I've logged in on Safari, I can go and comment hey. And so once I do this, the author of this post gets a notification in the notification center, and it asks me if I would like to like this comment. So if I click on like, it successfully likes. It changes the state here and shows that you like this comment, and also increments the like over here. So we're gonna see how can we send notifications, alter the state of the notification, and update it in a DB. And all of this is real simple, and let's get started. Okay, so to build the notification system in our application today, we're going to use EngageSpot. So what is EngageSpot? EngageSpot is basically a notification infrastructure built for developers like us. We can seamlessly integrate notifications into our web applications or mobile applications by writing very minimal code, and it begins right out of the box. So to explain you further, it supports a native iOS and Android platforms, Next.js, React, Flutter, Svelte, everything. So it has your use case fulfilled. So you can just get started for free by clicking over here, and it redirects us to its console. Once you are headed here, you can create your account and create an environment. Once your environment is initialized, it provides you with an API key and an API secret. So to break down what it does here is it allows you to send simple notifications like a text-based notification or a workflow notification. We'll see what all of this is in a bit. So to explain you what we are going to build today is basically a bit of a Twitter clone where users can post a text, and then other users can comment on it. So basically the front end is built in Next.js, and the server is running in Node. We have our authentication system set up in Clerk. For the backend, we're using Firebase. And the notification feature that we have to implement right now is users can like the comments directly to the notification. So suppose you have posted something, a user X comments on your post, and now you should have the ability to like the post from the notification itself. So to begin with, I have initialized a basic Next.js project here. This is built through my boilerplate code. It's free for all. So if you can use the link in the description, you can actually create your Next.js projects real faster. You have to just click on open in VS Code, and it gets your code running directly over there. So it has your authentication systems already initialized, your DB CRUD operations. We are using Supabase in here, so it's extremely scalable, and also Stripe payments. So you don't have to write any additional code, and it's completely for free. You can get it from the link in the description. So to begin with the app, so this is how it looks. You can write any post here, and yeah, you can post it and also comment on it from like different accounts. So also if you post anything, you have the ability to like in here as well. And now we gotta build a notification center. So to begin with, I can go into the EngageSpot documentation and see what they gotta say. So if I go here and maybe scroll down, go to the docs and go to libraries and SDKs, and in front end, so yeah, Next.js. Okay, we are good to go, and this is how the notification would be looking like. We'll see that in a bit in our application itself. To give you a bit more context, I also have a node server running over here that is running on port 8000. I have just downloaded the npm installed the package over here, and I've just used this. We'll again see from the documentation how can we do this. So yeah, to begin with, we would need to install this npm package into our Next.js code base. So we can just paste it in the terminal, and we are good to go. And once that is done, we can create a different file and name it as EngageSpot notification. So I guess I have already initialized that file. Yeah, so this is how the file should look like, and now we will see how to basically create the entire notification center. So to begin with, I'll just copy this piece of code and paste it over here, as simple, and remove this line. We don't need these lines of code here. And Yeah, okay. So we need to export it. And for the user ID, now the user ID is also you can call it as an identifier. So when you send a notification to someone through EngageSpot, it is basically sent to a identifier. So make sure that this is unique for each user. In our code base, we are using Clerk as an authentication system. So what we can do is we can use the user's email address, so it's new all the time. So what I can do is I can use the user from user, which is provided as a Clerk function, and I can remove the user token. We don't need it for right now, and only send the notification if the user exists. And okay, so this is our validation, and user, okay, dot email addresses 0 dot email address. Okay, so now our identifier has become the user email address. So let's see how can we use this in our application. So if we go to the nav bar, and okay, and maybe write EngageSpot notification like this and import it. And okay, now let's go back to our application and see if something has changed. Okay, so now what we have gotten is this bell. This bell is provided by EngageSpot themselves, so we don't have to create any kind of icon or something. No headaches, and we can simply see that this entire notification center has been already created for us. Now to test this out, if any kind of notification is getting delivered, we can go into EngageSpot. We can just close this file, and you can go here and maybe try sending a simple notification. So for that, you will go into the users tab and create your user. To create a user, you can use the identifier. For us, that is the user email ID that is provided by the Clerk on authentication, and you can also use the user email. Now what this email field will do, if you are triggering a notification, let's say you have liked it, so it will send this notification on the email as well. So right out of the box, it does everything. You don't have to hard code anything, literally. So right now I have already initialized the users here. I have to just enter the email ID as the identifier and just click on done, and it creates the user. It's as simple as that. Now we'll try and send a simple notification. Let's select a user and give a notification title, sample notification liked by a user. Now we can also give an action URL. What will an action URL do here is when you click on the notification, it can redirect it onto that URL. So that's a great addition as well. So I can just send it. Notification was sent successful. If I go into my application and see why this has not been received. Good gosh. Okay, it is correct. It is correct. Have I been using? Okay, we didn't provide the API key, so you need to go back and into the API credentials, copy the API key and give it the API key, and now go back into the application, refresh it maybe. Okay, so we can see the notification is in here. Okay, yeah, so the notification is here. I can just delete all of the previous testing that I've done and go here and send a new notification and test it out. Send now, simple notification, good gosh, test, and send notification. So it was successful. Let's go back. We can see the one pop up here and test. Okay, so we are good to go. Now more additional features that we can find here is that it also tracks if the user has read the notification, has unread the notification, or any kind of state is happening over there. So yeah, now let's talk about the most important part, that is a workflow notification. What is a workflow notification? So suppose the user has sent like an action, like suppose the user is liking or has commented on a picture and you want to reply to that comment. So there is an action assigned to it, the reply action. So that is a workflow. Okay, so that means that there is something, there is a certain type of flow that's happening. The user is sending a comment as a action, and then you are replying it as an action. So all of that is considered as a workflow, and you can create multiple workflows here. You can just go to the notification workflow. You can create a new workflow here. So let's say YT like demo 2. So if I go in here and save it, so this is how you can design your entire workflow. For us, it will be a simple one. So in app, and you can read a lot about this in the documentation. It's real easy and real simple to create a lot of templates and reuse it. So if I go here and give it a title, so again, all of this is also dynamic. So suppose you need to include the user's name, so all you got to do is put this into the curly braces here, and data.name has liked your comment. So for us, it's basically if someone is commenting, so we'll say that name has commented, just simply this, and then again this will be dynamic. So we can maybe in the curly braces we'll say data dot request message. So this data as a payload will be sent from our backend, and we can check it while we test it. We can simply test it right now. Again, I guess I have to select a different template. So we have a single button, that is the like button. So we can edit the button. So we'll have like a like text over here that user can click. Enable state. So it will be having two states. So once when you have not liked it, and the second state will be when you would like it. So what you would want to show there. So you liked this comment, and the message will again be just like a simple heart that you would have sent. So again, you can add an action URL. So once it clicks, it directly maybe takes you to that tweet in the website. So yeah, all of that is changeable. So okay, so this is how simple it is. We just need to save this as a draft now and go back and publish this workflow. So it's on the host. So publish, and we can go click in here and maybe try sending a test notification. So test it out, send a notification. Okay, so recipient will be this account, and send a notification. And notification sent. Let's go back and see if we would have received it. Okay, great. So we have it right now. So now to be able to switch to the second state, what we need to do next is basically go into our engage spot file and edit it like this. So event listeners to run, and if I open the documentation up in here, so this will be an array of different types of events. And yeah, so if I go in here and create a object, and maybe if I can try and open this up on the docs here, so we can see how this everything here is working. So if I go down here, so if you see that if you are integrating it with a input placeholder or a button, you would have to just copy this button ID. So this is the state ID, so you can alter this ahead. So if you see, we add this event to listener over here, and maybe I should just simply copy it and paste it. You can do the same. Block ID event. Okay, why is this giving an error? It's not on drive event supported. Event. Okay, let's see what is the problem over here. Event on click. So we have an on click event. This should be working. Okay, so now if I go back into my workflow and copy the state, and maybe we don't need this, and this is the block ID, and go in here, remove all of these values, change notification state to state 2. I guess what was the state 2. Yeah, so state 2. So I guess this should work on click right now. Maybe let's see. So if I go here and click, okay, I don't know why, change notification state. Okay, let's refresh it. Okay, so it's changing. So let's try this once more. We go here and into our engage spot and test it out by sending a, let's wait for this to not reload. Okay, great. So I go here, okay, and in the console, if I send a test notification, go back in here, we would have received it, and just click on it, and it switches to state 2. So this is how easy it is to build like a complete notification workflow and create, like, you can literally do anything with it and make it dynamic to the fullest. So this is how easy it is basically with the Next.js and EngageSpot. So the best part is you can make this entirely dynamic and change the values, change the image here that comes here. Like literally, it is really a superpower to build with EngageSpot. So if I go ahead and make this dynamic, so let's now create our backend which will be sending the data dynamically. So dynamically, sorry, yeah. So if I go here and I have created like my API route that is send notification, and we would be going back here into our documentation and seeing what can we do next. So backend node, we would be installing this package. I have done that already. And client, creating the client. So again, it is as simple as this. You just need to enter your API key, your API secret, and you go back and you're done. So client.send notification title. Okay, so this is a simple notification that you can send. Again, we will need a workflow notification right now. So I can simply copy this and send it as a param in here. So I'll just copy this, all of these values, and in the backend database, I'll go and in the post, and yes. So the recipient is an array of would have to receive data and recipients as from the front end as a post body data from the post request. So the identifier that our flow has, we can go back and copy it from the console itself so we aren't confused. So this, go back and paste this as an identifier. This is the notification identifier that we would need, and the data would be dynamic coming from our post request, and again the recipients would be dynamic. So we don't need this anymore, we can just skip this part. And yes, so this is this has become kind of dynamic right now. What we need is data and recipient. So maybe we should try with our postman request and see if this is working or not. So EngageSpot, I'll just confirm if the API credentials that I'm using is correct. So it is okay. I think we are good to go and test it with postman once. So if I open postman and send notification body, I would need raw data. If I go here and we do need data and go back on the notification. I'll open up my notification flow, edit this. We would need this as a name. So in our postman, name and request message. So and request message. So maybe we can try and work this out some way. Test. Let's see if this sends is successful. I'll open my backend terminal and yeah, let's send this. Hope this works. Could not get a response. I'm crashing. Okay, maybe something. Okay, so we are not sending the recipients yet, so I would need to copy this and go back, comma, recipients. Recipient is my account, so that is, let's go back. I don't remember the email anymore, so I'll just go back and do my users and copy this identifier and paste it in my postman. So okay, now let's test it out. Send. Okay, let's try it once more. Sending request. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is strange. Okay, so I maybe know why this is not giving a response, maybe because we have not given any try catch uh, blocks over here. So let's maybe fix this. I'll just cut this up here and wrap this in a try catch field. Send, and if this is successful, let's, and if it's not, then awesome. So let's test it now again. I guess it should give us some response. Okay, so it was set successfully, and if I go back, I've received a lot of, okay, strange. Yeah, so if I go here, and we have received a lot of workflow requests. So Khush has commented test. So if you see the data that's coming, it's completely dynamic, and it's what we are sending through the postman request. So now it's really simple to build the front end for this and edit this from the front end. So if I go back, and again to clarify this, so this is the name that I'm sending from my postman and the recipient. So whatever we can add and edit from the front end request. So I think this is how easy it's to change and send notifications through EngageSpot. And if I go here and maybe try liking this, it will switch to state 2. So yes, so now this is how easy it is to send notifications through EngageSpot. So to now build the front end, let's go back to our code, Next.js code, and create like a dynamic function that we can use to send the notifications anytime we want. So let's go and create like a notification file in here somewhere. I guess I created it sometime. So notification. So yeah, let's write the function, and let's make use of some AI and use cursor to write this function. I can basically open this and paste it here and ask it to write a function for me. So let's see if it does the work for us. And yeah, okay, so let's see if this is, yeah, okay, so this is string. Okay, this is great, by the way. This is doing a great job. It also has also given us an example. Accepted. Okay, awesome. So if I see what it has been doing here, it sends an API response to our endpoint. It's right, correct, and okay, awesome. Then cool. So if I go back and title title notification. Why do we need title for data? Data notification data. Let's make this dynamic. We don't need any for now. Yeah, this is great. Okay, so now let's go back and into our, like, we would have to first trigger the notification. So that notification is triggered when the user comments on it. So let's go into our page where I have written all of my Twitter code that I need to make use of. Handle comment, exactly where we need to write. Okay, here. So now let's await send notification. Okay, so now first parameter is the user, the recipient, so it's the array. So now let's maybe for the array we'll be using the user that is logged in, their email address. Awesome. So now we'll have to send the payload data as a string, again as a string, TypeScript as string. Okay, so now we need to send like a data payload. So let's send like the user, the person who is commenting, let's send their name. So name field would be user full name. No, we will need to send the tweet, like the person who has posted the author name of them. So get tweet data, this will be get tweet data dot data author dot name. Okay, correct. So and the request message that would be commented on your tweet. Exactly, I guess we need to make sure this exists, request or data. Okay, and again the ID of the comment. So comment ID, new comment.id, and the tweet ID, so that we can fetch that comment from the okay, this is it. Tweet ID, we have the tweet ID, we can send it, and now let's roll this up. So now I think we are good to go to. So now this notification sends all the data to our backend and to the engage spot client that we have created. So on event we have this value that we can fetch. So if I go here and use I bring in the notification field, so this has another payload that is called notification.data that has all the data that we will be sending to our backend server. So it saves it all in the engage spot and then sends us back as a payload. So we can edit all the possible things that we have to here, and the next step would be to get the tweet ID and the comment ID. So if I open this in the right here and go to this, so data, so const notification data is equals to notification dot data. All right, so we can simply now, maybe we should do something that is like when the user likes, so it should give an alert of the tweet ID, so we know that this is working and this is not, it doesn't have some bug. So alert tweet ID, sorry, notification data dot tweet. We have so same params over here, so we can just paste it, and now let's send a request to the postman and let's see if this works or not. So I can send something like this and notification sent, go into my front end and this. Now let's see, undefined. Okay, so that means it's not being sent. Let's fix this now. All right, because it's not being sent on the comment thing, so that is why this. So we just need to make some comment over here. It's not dynamic yet, so any users maybe comments on some post, so it should send a notification. We have not made any restrictions were so like. All right, so we are getting the tweet ID. It's working fine. We have no bugs. So if I go back here, we have the tweet ID. So what we need to do is get this tweet from the front end. So this is the piece of code, I guess. So tweet ID. So let's comment this out. Import doc from Firebase, my DB. Await. Let's make this a sync. How can we make this a sync? Can we make this a sync on event? Can be made a sync. So promises can work in here. Doc, just import it. Alright, so this is the tweet typing that I have created already. I'll give all of this code in the description below. You can just clone it from GitHub and use it and refer from here itself. So I can now get the tweet data, and I need to update the comment. So this is all the DB code. So it is not related to EngageWord anyway. So whichever DB that you are using, you can update it. So now we need to update the doc and import it, and simple. We'll just give it a toast if the like comment was successful. So now let's import the like command successfully, and then it changes the state to second one. So what are we doing basically here is, this is the tweet reference that the tweet it fetches from the tweet ID. It gets the entire tweet data. It gets the comment from the comment ID that is being passed. So it is inside the okay. So if I go here in the comments and see what are we passing, we are passing the comment ID, new comment.id. Instead, we should, I guess, pass the entire comment so that we can give it a preview of what the comment was. So new comment, we pass the entire comment, and so now the comment is comment notification data dot new comment. So we are passing this as a comment. So let's comment.id, perfect, and it's comment.id. all right, push. It pushes into the array of liked users. And all right, so let's see if this works from a notification itself. So let's comment notification, like it, like comment successfully, and this should be incremented. That means it's not being liked. So what is happening right now incorrectly is, if I like it, it increments it. Same should happen if I am liking from here. So okay, let's see what is the problem. Can we put this in a try catch sometime? Yes, we should do that. Try and paste it here and go here, and yeah, great. So now to test it out. Comment, let's see here, liked was successful, and like this comment. Let's check in our DB if it's liking or not. Comment, yeah, this was the content, and okay, so it is basically liking it. It is liking it. It's just not showing on the front end. Okay, so that's not an issue, I guess. That's strange though. It should show here. So now let's test it from a different account. So hey, we have integrated engage spot correctly. Let's say finally. My god. Yeah, now post it, And okay, now let's go to like my Safari has a different account logged in. So if I see, okay, this is here, and if I go here and comment it, that's great. And comment this, go back. Does it show a notification? It should show me a notification. Why it's not showing me a notification? It's showing me to me itself. That is wrong. Okay, so the problem is the notification. Okay, so this is the wrong email address that you are sending it to. So this should be the author's email address. So author.email. All right, now test it again. That's great. Comment done. We have got the email. We have got notification. Let's like it. So we have liked the comment, and if I go back here, okay, so it's working fine. That's great. It likes it. So everything is all right. So now what we can extend it further, like if it likes it, then it again sends a notification to the author or the commenter that this the post author has liked your comment. So yeah, this okay this can be done, and I think we can expand it and build great applications out of EngageSpot and take our applications to great heights and improve the UX and the front end experience of it. I hope this video was helpful and this added some value, and I was able to introduce you to a great way of sending notifications. So if you liked it, you can like the video. If you loved it, you can subscribe to the channel and tell me what you think about it in the comments. Thank you so much for watching till here.